Thank you very much. Sign a pie over 2 for the $50 donation. $10 more if someone can recite the fundamental theorem of calculus. Also, Loktar. I believe that the first fundamental theorem of calculus is that the indefinite integral of a function is related to its antiderivative and can be reversed by differentiation. That's just a wild guess, though. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $15 donation. Let's get that million. Thank you very much, Colin96, for the $75 donation. When someone passes away from cancer, it doesn't mean they lost the fight. We beat cancer by how we live, why we live, and the manner in which we live. The manner of us raising this money qualifies. Thank you very much, Ski, for the $15 donation. Been watching this event for years, hope to get red this time. Zelda is one of my favorite game series, and I had to donate on the Minish Cap run. My father and fiance both had cancer this past year, and this event to defeat cancer means a lot to me. Thanks to all the runners, AGTQ staff, and donators for making this event awesome. All right, we are going to have a quick ad break. We will be back shortly. Okay, up next is going to be Fire Emblem Blazing Sword with kirbymastah. I'm going to be stepping off the mic for KZ Fru. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, everybody.
All right, we've got kirbymastah setting up for Fire Emblem right now. In the meantime, we've got $5 from ET Phone Home. Says, happy to donate to a great cause. I've been watching for a few years now, and this never gets old. Can't wait to see TASBot tomorrow. I'm sure all of us are ready for TASBot. We've also got plenty of bids still going on that have yet to be met. So this is the bonus Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels 2-player 1 controller. We've got $5 from Earthbound Ian. Says, I'm really blessed to have been here in person, experienced my first AGDQ. Shout out to everyone who helped make this event amazing. Can't wait to come back next year. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. Glad you could join us, Earthbound Ian. All right, kirbymastah's ready to go with Fire Emblem. We'll toss it over to him.
All right, cool. Hi, my name's kirbymastah.
I'm Botus BB.
I'm PX.
This is Wandering Mind, and I'm S-Grunt.
Oh, whoops, I'm just setting up the save file really quickly, but before I start an actual game, one, I'm gonna be donating $1 for every critical hit I get. Every critical hit that happens, so if someone critical hits me, then I will be donating.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna do that. And also, this being an any percent speedrun, I don't wanna do any side quests, which are extra chapters. Each side quest I accidentally accept, I will donate an extra $50. So we're gonna see what happens with that, and we'll see if I regret that.
So we're just going for the critical path here.
What if one of us accidentally entered the side chapter?
Oh God.
You handed us
Who deserves
controller.
that? Yeah, so like, everyone in the couch is carrying a controller, so whatever
me.
happens, this will be the four-player co-op world record. So here, are we ready? We have a countdown, okay? 3, 2, 1, go!
Go! There's the controller.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna name the tactician, because why not? My favorite cat, Magoo.
Magoo.
Magoo!
Just Magoo it.
Just
Just
Magoo
Magoo
it!
You forgot to change the birth date to make sure you have the correct affinity.
All right, so this is Fire Emblem 7, or in America, just called Fire Emblem. It's technically said the 7th entry in the series, but Japan finally localized, and this is the first game, so a lot of people are familiar with this. Would any of you be able to explain what the basics of what's going on here?
Well, you see, this is actually the first Fire Emblem game to be released in America. So what they decided to do was create sort of prologue chapters. It's just basically a tutorial for how to play the game from the perspective of someone who has never played a Fire Emblem game before.
And I'm selected hard difficulty because it removes a lot of forced tutorials, so it lets me go fast, basically. But enemy stats and things like that don't actually change with hard mode, which in Lynn's story, which is basically the prologue chapters.
Man, you got pretty lucky there.
Yeah, she didn't die.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty lucky. I'm glad the run didn't die
Wow,
yet.
that's actually a really good level up, too.
Yeah, it's a good level.
I want Lynn to get as much strength as possible. So,
Yeah, something to keep in mind is that level ups are based on a sort of, RNG, which is random number generator. So they're random, and kind of what decides each and every stat up is based on different actions that you take. But for the most part, it's random. So, the better the level ups, the better you're going to be going down the road. And if you get bad level ups, well, have fun.
Yeah, so in Fire Emblem, every time a character level up, they can gain stats in they gain +1 and up to 8 stats. On top of that, there's 2 other stats that you can't change through level ups, but you can change through certain other ways. One of the 8 stats, we got HP, which is really obvious. It's how much health you have before you die. You got Strength, which determines how much damage you do when you attack. Strength and Magic are basically the same stat, depending on which weapon you use. We got Skill, which is determines your hit rate as well as your crit percentage. We got Speed, which
Nice.
yeah, nice, really good level up there. We got Speed, which determines if you double enemy or if the enemy doubles you, on top of Evasion as well. We have Luck, which affects your avoidance as well as.
Woo!
Oh, that's $1.
That's $1.
Good crit there. Pretty lucky. So yeah.
We don't need to go into too much detail on each individual stat. Here's all you need to know. Strength, Magic, those are probably the most important thing because, you hit things harder, they die faster. And Speed is the other one that's very, very important because double attacking things is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, speed's kind of important for all of us here, right?
Yeah, gotta go fast.
So one thing to note is we got these 2 Cavaliers named Kent and Sane. They're both pretty important, and they're called what we call the Christmas Cavaliers. They're like kind of a traditional set of units.
Green and red, yes.
Yep. Kent is the speedy one. Sane is the stronger one. Sane starts with 2 more strength than Kent, which actually comes in handy by destroying this wall. But Kent starts with 2 more speed than Sane. But there's more to the note because by chapter 4, I think, Kent needs to gain +2 strength to +2 speed in order to kill everything he needs to kill.
Oh man, you must have to reset very often over
Yeah,
that.
it's a pretty dangerous reset point. This is not a very marathon safe run. I don't know how it just got into HGDQ.
Yeah.
Whereas Sane, he needs 4 points in strength, meaning he needs 4 level ups to hit those benchmarks. So Kent is better for this purpose that he serves in the chapter coming up.
Come on, come on.
Strength, speed.
Yes!
Yes! Woo! As an aside, most people that play this kind of pick. I mean, when you're playing Fire Emblem, you kind of have to pick and choose which units you really want to level up. Usually, people pick one of the Cavaliers, either Sane or Kent. So you could technically use both, but what's the fun in that? Which one did you guys use, Kent or Sane?
I don't remember.
Seriously?
I use both. Oh, we got this unit named Florina. She, $2.
That's 2. We're gonna need someone to keep track of
So
it.
can you explain flyers?
Well, flyers are kind of like mounted units in that they have, very high movement range. Different style is flyers can also go over a lot of elevations, such as walls and mountains and everything. So terrain doesn't really affect them. Flyers are really good. They're very broken. You should always be using them.
Like Florina's just standing on top of a wall right
Yeah.
now. And
Actually-
helped ferry Kent across as well. So this is why Kent needs +2 strength, +2 speed. He needs enough speed to double attack every mercenary here, and he needs enough strength to kill everything in 2 hits.
Yeah.
And this is what we call a route chapter. Where
Oh,
the
what was that?
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
they can't all be
fortunately.
winners.
Kent's not really going to be used too much anymore.
Yeah, so
So it's okay.
Now, the one limitation of flyers is that they are weak to bows. Bows do not get along well with flyers.
well, there's also an element in that certain terrains give you defense and void bonuses, and flyers just don't get any of that as well. So you don't get bonuses for just standing on top of mountains because you're flying.
$3.
3.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That was
Staying
close.
alive.
All right. Let's see what level up he gets.
Oh, come on.
What a shame.
Shame.
All right, so this chapter, the game introduces how to recruit enemy units. So this is a guy named Dorcas, and in easy mode, the game forces you to recruit him. His AI only targets Lynn, who is our main character at the moment, or the green unit, who is his wife. Oh, by the way, this is going to be a 4-player co-op run. We're going to be having someone ending turn for me. But yeah, you know what to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got this. You got this, Wandering Mind.
No.
End turn.
End turn.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yes.
Yes. All right. No, hold A. Hold
A.
Okay. We all got this. Hold A. Obviously, if you have 4 controllers holding at the same time, everything goes faster, right?
Yeah. 4 times faster.
All right. Wandering Mind, it's up to you.
All right, I got this.
You got this.
You got this. I believe in you.
You got this.
You got this.
No,
Oh, not start.
no.
Come on.
Yes!
There we go.
All right. So what's going on here is Dorcas is kind of clogging. He's not programmed to actually attack Sane or Kent or Cavaliers. So he's just kind of standing there trying to reach his wife and try to kill her. But, you got this?
Yes.
But yeah, so none of the bandits can reach us. So, and this is a defend chapter. So the fastest way to end this chapter is to avoid as much combat as possible. So Dorcas is kind of being an idiot and blocking everyone for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Got this?
So
Yes.
something worth noting here is that you'll notice that the two horses have a little icon blinking over them. That's because they rescued two of the non-mounted units. The way that rescuing works is there's a stat called Constitution, and there's a stat called Aid, I believe it is.
Yes.
If the Aid is higher than the Constitution, then the person with the high Aid can rescue the person with the lower Constitution, which means that they basically hold on to that person, and they can move around with them.
Right, I got
they
this.
can deposit them somewhere. The downside to the rescuing mechanic is that your skill and speed is halved. The upside is that you can do a lot of very fun things.
You'll see that set soon. So we got a cleric named Sarah. Clerics heal you, but we're never going to heal a single time in this run, hopefully. And we also got an Urk, who is a mage, and mages can attack between 1 to 2 range. And they deal magic damage to the target enemy resistance, which is usually lower than defense. So he's kind of useful. This is another route chapter, so our goal is to kill every enemy unit. And we see Florina carrying Lynn right now. For some reason. I wonder what she's going to do with Lynn.
Right. Now keep in mind that because her speed is halved, she's going to get double attacked very easily. Because the way that double attacks is determined is based on, your speed compared to the person you're attacking speed. So she got double attacked by that mercenary, which makes it very dangerous for the rather frail Florina.
Woo! That's a really good level.
Wait, was that a crit or not?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
So we're still at 3.
But yeah, so Florina is rather frail, and so getting double attacked by things is not good for her.
So Lynn currently got a Manikati a few chapters ago, which is a really powerful weapon. Because it has 20 crit rate, and it's light enough for Lynn to use without being weighed down. And it's also pretty strong. So it's pretty much her main boss killing weapon. So it has a high crit rate, and I'm gonna hope she gets a crit.
Aww.
Alright. Well. Crit?
Yeah,
$4.
So another mechanic that makes mounted units really good is the canto mechanic. So whenever you attack an enemy, or normally whenever you do an action, your character stops on that square and their action is done. But with mounted units, when you do perform any action that's not waiting or attacking, you get to use the rest of your movement to move around. So if you rescue a unit or use an item or trade, you get to spend the rest of your movement while having wasted all.
Yeah, that is a great mechanic that does not exist in this game.
Oh, by the way, the goal in this chapter is to step on 3 certain squares, and the more squares you step on, the more certain rooms open up. Of course, we're going to be using our mounted units, because they are very mobile. That works.
Yeah,
Not amazing, but it works.
we've seen better.
All right, so yeah, Will is this archer dude. We're not going to use him a little bit, but archers can attack at 2 range like mages, but they cannot counter-attack at 1 range, which makes them kind of not very good during enemy phase because they can't really counter-attack much.
So we got an ever-useful thief, Matthew. Thieves can unlock things like that chest and doors.
Yeah, we're not going to use it, but he's useful for opening doors, and he's also useful in Fog of War, which we'll get to when that's relevant.
Yes.
Man, Florian's kicking butt here. So there's a second square I want to step on. I'm getting Lynn in a position to kill the boss.
So,
The boss does a lot of damage to Lynn, so this is kind of dangerous. We'll see.
oh.
Hey!
We're good.
$5.
Now, thankfully, Lynn does have Manikati, which I believe is effective against armored units.
That's what makes it a really good boss killing weapon, because most bosses are mounted or armored, and the Manikati is effective on them. And when a weapon is effective on something, it has double the might. So if, let's say an iron boat has 6 might, it will have 12 might against flyers. So it's very useful.
Yes, so most maps usually fall under 3 victory conditions. We have the route chapters, which require you to kill every enemy unit on the map. We have the siege chapters, which require usually your main lord to capture the siege square, which is usually where the boss is at. And then we have defend chapters, which is survive X amount of turns without having certain characters die. However, for defend chapters, sometimes they have an alternate win condition, which is just kill the boss.
I mean, some chapters' goals are also just to kill the boss, which is this chapter here.
Yeah.
Now, while Florina has bad defense, she does have high resistance, so she's a
she's
very
not
good
gonna
mage
take
masher.
Hey, that's 5.
That's 6, right?
It is
That's
6.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 6. Oh boy, we're gonna lose count so quickly. Yes, no $50.
Yes.
Wait, that's bad.
Oh man, whatever. Hold on. I messed something up. All right. I'll get to what I
There we
just
go.
did there. I'll get to what I just did there in a second. But yeah, this is a route chapter, so we're going to be using Florina, Kent, and Lynn to kill a lot of stuff. Ah,
Kirby.
that's a dumb mistake. I need to start over, or else the strat doesn't work.
There we go.
There we go. Totally not nervous at all, but hey, that's life.
As an aside, I think last chapter we got a bard. So we call them dancer units. Basically, they're units that can give an extra turn to one of the other units. So we just use Nils the bard to give an extra turn to Florina, so she can move further along. And she rescued Kent, who placed him down. Very useful.
So Florian and Ken are just going to kill a lot of enemies here. So I'd like to take this moment to explain that this entire run, if you couldn't tell, is manipulated. So if you play this casually, you might notice if you do the same thing over and over again, you'll get the exact same results. So what's going on is that the game has a predetermined set of random numbers, infinitely long set of random numbers.
6.
7.
7.
7,
Yes.
okay. And so the game only uses the RNG whenever you need it. So for combat, for level ups, for enemy movements, and when you force the game to redraw the cursor path. That's 8, okay.
Yep.
So this is all predetermined, and I know exactly what's going to happen as long as you do exactly the same thing each time.
Oh, I don't think we ever explained the weapon triangle.
We'll get to that in a bit. The reason why I had to reset so many times is because there are certain cutscenes where units will move to certain squares, and if they move in a certain way, they burn random numbers. But if I skip those cutscenes properly, then I don't burn random numbers. And this strategy requires me to skip that cutscene properly. And I missed that twice, so I had to reset multiple times. So we're going to be using Nils here to let Florian drop off Lynn, because Lynn's kind of really good right now. And then I guess this is a good time to talk about the weapon triangle really quickly.
Okay. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. Weapon
Yeah.
triangle in a nutshell.
Pretty much, rock, paper, scissors.
And then there's the magic weapon triangle, which we don't really care too much
We
about.
don't care about.
And which I don't think
$9?
actually exists in this
Yep.
game.
9, okay. Ow. You can squeeze in a donation or two here.
All right, we've got $100 from Best V Earth. Says Best V here, donating in the middle of my favorite game, Fire Emblem 7. Can't wait to see kirbymastah torch through these levels and see the enemies not have a mind of their own. Also, since we're killing dragons, might as well put this to killing the animals.
Aww.
Aww.
We have $50 from Aerospace, who says, Fire Emblem Blazing Sword was the first game I learned to speedrun, so of course I'll be donating during this awesome run.
One more. One more works.
All right, we've got $25 from I Like Being Smart. It says, hey Kirby, Smart here. Won't be able to watch the whole thing, but good luck on the run.
Thank you. All right, so this is the first Fog of War chapter, but we're barely going to see any fog because I beat it so quickly. So that's kind of irrelevant now. So the goal is to seize the throne, so I need to carry Lynn to the throne, as PX said before. And there's some frame perfect cutscene skits I did there just to save a little bit of time, which I got it pretty quickly, so yay.
So yeah, regular soldiers have terrible speed. Like, even though like Florina's speed's been cut in half, she still double attacked it, which is pretty sad.
A lot of people that play Fire Emblem in the Fire Emblem community like to call them lolgers because their stats are so terrible. They have bad defense, bad speed, bad everything, really.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get a bunch of generic units to just fight for your army.
This is going to be the most intense boss fight. Miss, miss. Hey!
Hey,
That's 10.
So yeah, back to the point where the RNG is manipulated. The RNG is also used to determine level up, so... that's
11.
So
11.
through use of manipulating the RNG and burning a lot of random numbers, we were able to get level up so whenever we need them.
So right now, what's going on internally in the game is that the game currently has like a pointer at where the random number is. We don't see that, but with emulator and the LUA script, you can take a look at that and route the game out properly. And speaking of routing, this run would not have been possible without this guy named TR143. He's the guy who put together this entire route and gave it a major overhaul and saved several minutes over the previous route. So shout outs to him. This run, what you see right now, would not have been possible without him. I'll be calling him TR from now on because saying 143 is kind of not fun. All right, so this is the last chapter of Lin mode. Oh no. No more tutorial chapters.
Well, you're playing hard mode, so it's not really tutorial anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, just an aside here. The reason why you picked hard
Ow.
mode instead of normal mode for this is because if you pick normal, then there'd be just a whole bunch of tutorial text boxes to go through. And with hard mode, they just, ignore all that, so it's pretty useful.
Yeah, it's very nice. Ow.
Ah.
So the boss is carrying a javelin and his silver lance. I want him to equip the javelin because if he equips his silver lance, he kills Lin in one hit. So, and we kind of don't want that. And the silver lance is also relatively accurate. The javelin is not.
Yeah, so the javelin is one of many weapons that happen to hit in 1 and 2 range, so they're very useful.
Let's go.
Oh,
$12.
Yes.
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey. $13.
All right.
So
There you go.
So these are the GBA animations. They're very, very pretty.
Oh, yeah.
They're very pretty, but they also take forever. So for obvious reasons, I keep them off most of the time. But Lin's critical hit animation is pretty sick. So.
Yeah. I think Eli Woods is probably my favorite.
Oh, Elliott's pretty good.
Yeah, Elliot's pretty good too.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to turn that off now. So I'm moving Wallace here. Wallace is an armored unit. He's kind of useless, but he has really high defense, and I unequipped him because I want to avoid combat because it wastes time, and I don't want to level him up because I'm never gonna use him again. So that's the end of Lin mode. Hardest part of the run here.
Normal mode.
Normal.
Yes!
Yes.
Woo!
All right, so now we're on to the main part of the run here.
So we're gonna have a different cast of characters, and the main lord is Ellioott now. And he's gonna get exactly 2 kills in a run. This is his first kill.
Hey! 13?
14, I think. So
14.
can you explain Marcus in promotion?
Sure. Marcus is what we would call a pre-promoted unit. The way that Fire Emblem works is that you have pre-promoted units who are kind of like level 1 type of units. Later on, once they get to either level 10 or higher, you can use a promotion item to promote them to a stronger class. However, some units are pre-promoted. That means you get them and they're already promoted. Now, the benefit of this is that they come in stronger than the pre-promoted units. The downside is that they can kind of hog up experience, and typically they have really bad growths. They're kind of a beginner trap, because if you use them too much, you get kind of screwed later on.
But if you know how to use them properly, they can really just beat the game for you pretty much. Oh, wow, that's really clutch.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully, Marcus, he turns out to be a lot more than useless.
Like, his stats are pretty darn good, and his growths, well, they're not great. You can manipulate a lot of good stats on him. But yeah. And okay, so chapter 12 is a route chapter. And surprise, guess who we're gonna use?
Not Hollywood.
You're not Ellioott.
A quick note on Eli Wood. You might notice that he looks similar to Roy, who, if you've never played a Fire Emblem game, you might at least know Roy from the Smash Brothers games. Eli Wood is actually the father of Roy. This game came out after Fire Emblem 6, which is the game that features Roy, but it's a prequel to Fire Emblem 6. You might be wondering why it is that Roy was in Smash Brothers Melee, which came out here, yet the first Fire Emblem game wasn't the one that had Roy in it. Originally, I believe that his game was supposed to be the first to come out here, but when they made it, they kind of came to the realization of, oh wow, this game is really difficult. US audiences will maybe not like Fire Emblem games if they start with this.
We're all noobs, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got these 2 units named Osmond and Hector. They're both kind of tanks, and Hector is also a lord. They're both kind of pretty slow, but they're strong. And Hector also has this really good weapon called the Wolf Bale. But fortunately, almost every enemy unit near them is a Lodger. So even freaking Osmond double attacks with them, or he gets a crit.
Oh,
So that
nice.
works too.
16? 15?
Yeah, I think. No, it's 14. 15? I don't know. I lost
I
count
think
already.
it's 15.
I lost track.
Yeah, this is going to be hard. But Marcus is going to kind of kill everything on the right side, because he's kind of OP.
Yeah, you might notice that when Marcus finishes something off, he doesn't really get all that much experience. That's the downside of pre-promoted units. They suck up, they kill a lot of things, they don't really get much in return for it.
Yeah, when they calculate experience, they count pre-promoted units as basically plus 20 levels, and it reduces your experience gain by a lot.
Okay, so Osmond's going to get another kill here. Hey! That's the last kill he'll get. Is that right? Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Fun fact, Marcus will never get a point of defense in this run. He's too good that he doesn't need defense. So what we're going to see here is strength, skill, speed, and resistance, if all goes well. And we're going to see that level up quite a few times. It's a pure coincidence that the good level up you manipulate just happens to be exactly those 4 stats. All right, so I'm going to lead a little quiet here because this is kind of a really difficult fast menu to do. So let's see how this goes. All right, that works.
Yeah.
Just one more turn. So basically, the general idea is that we kind of need to go all the way around the river, and Marcus cannot cross the river, but we're kind of doing a rescue chain to carry him across the river with a few infantry units. So,
Yes, this is one of the downsides to mounted units. They have difficulty with terrain.
oh hey, Marcus, what's up?
It's kind of interesting just thinking of a bunch of foot soldiers carrying a man on a armored horse through a river.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. So Matthew, as a thief, he also has 6 movement, which is more than typical foot units have. Unpromoted foot units have 5 movement typically. So Hector, Eliud, Lynn, they all have 5 move, but Matthew has 6 move, and that comes in handy here and there. Oh yeah, we also got another cavalier named Lowen. He gets a few kills.
Hey, another crit.
That's 16.
We're probably gonna have to go back and check this after.
Yeah, we'll probably need to go back and check this. Twitch chat, can you keep count for me? Thanks.
Also, please don't forget to move, Hector.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. I forgot to move Hector in practice. But yeah, this village has a really nice item. Can you explain what the item does?
It is a mine. When any unit steps on the spot that the mine is placed in, they take 10 damage.
Yeah, it's
That is
very
all.
important. We really want that 10 damage on a certain enemy. There's a mercenary I want to do 10 damage to because I really don't like him. So the point of moving Lowen there is to get him out of range of an enemy unit. That's because Lowen will end up with 97 experience or something like that. If he gets any more experience, he'll level up, and we kind of want to avoid level ups with units we're not going to use in the long term because level ups waste time.
Wow, the exact same level up.
Nice.
Where have I seen that? So there is a strat for Marcus to get a crit on that boss, but it actually turns out to be slower because Marcus does not get strength in that level up, and he needs every point of strength he gets. All right, so we got this old lady who's kind of like a fortune teller, but we're never going to use her because she gives us terrible advice.
Yeah. One of the things about this game being made after the supposed sequel is that they reuse a lot of assets. This map is, in particular, is used in Fire Emblem 6. And Kirby, who runs the game, I'm pretty sure he's really familiar with this map.
Yeah, I ran Fire Emblem 6 as well,
Yeah, humorously enough, the boss of the stage is actually the exact same boss as the one in 6.
except older, well, younger in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a route chapter, so I'm basically tossing Marcus in there and killing everything. Most units have only one ranged weapon, so Marcus can just kill everything with an axe. I have a steel axe equipped because steel axes are stronger, so it lets him one-hit KO a lot of units, which saves time. But I'm gonna have to have him equip an iron axe because iron axes are lighter, and Marcus loses speed by equipping the steel axe. And if he equips the steel axe, he cannot double attack the boss. So he needs to have an iron axe equipped on turn 2.
So yeah, due to the fact that this game is entirely RNG manip, there is no luck pertaining to this game, but that basically means that the entire run itself is pure skill.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Nice seeing you, Urk. And there's an archer that Marcus didn't attack, but Urk and Malone are going to handle them and finish them off for him. Oh, hey, Eliud's very useful. He's going to burn a random number for us. Thanks. All right, so you can squeeze in a few donations here.
All right, we've got a $500 anonymous donation.
Woo!
AGDQ is the best part of January. Keep up the good work. Got $100 from J and OC. Says, I work with Kirby and had to donate during this run. My wife and I love the Fire Emblem series and are looking forward to what we're sure will be an epic run. My wife lost her aunt to cancer just before Christmas, and we're happy to donate to such an important cause. Good luck, Kirby, and save the animals.
Thank you for the donation, Aussie.
Nice.
He's a well-known person in the RPG community and runs Yokai Watch. I think we have time for one more donation.
All right, we have a $50 anonymous donation. Says, it's my first year donating, so I figured what better time to donate than during my favorite series, Save the Animals.
Thank you. So this is a route chapter. This is a night in the middle of nowhere that Marcus does not reach. So I'm fetching Lowen to kill him off for me. Now this is gonna look really weird. Whee! Wow, Lowen's really weak. He only did 4 damage.
Where's your crit?
I don't know.
Oh, there it
Hey,
is.
there it is.
16.
16?
Yeah.
All right, so this is an appetizer of what's to come soon and later on. This is going to be fun. So this is a Seas chapter. I'll let this explain itself. Whee! I really don't like this mercenary, so I'm going to bomb him.
Yeah, so RNG manipulating is
Take
so
that.
RNG
So, yeah.
manip is so good that
I
we
mean,
can
mines are pretty useless. All they really do is like 10 damage and, freeze them in place for a turn and allow you to actually control the enemies.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
the boss doesn't want to fight, and the story says that he's a nice guy, so he's going to be a nice guy and move off the throne for us and save us some time. Oh, all the enemies nearby Elliowood decided to unequip their weapons also because they wanted to be nice to him. So no one's going to attack Elliowood.
So
Hey,
yeah.
Thanks.
This is a pretty infamous glitch in this game called the enemy control glitch. And the way it works is weird.
When an enemy steps on a mine and you reset, you can control the enemy. That's pretty much all you need to know for now.
Yes, that is the most basic method that most people know about. And I'm sure a lot of people who play this game have abused it before because recruiting enemy units that are really powerful is really hard. Guy.
Guy, shout out to Guy BB. So this is a really long Seas chapter. This is an indoor chapter and it has really long winding corridors. And I don't really have anything fancy to like warp anyone or anything like that. So all I can really do is have Marcus carry Elliowood and keep charging forward. We also got Florina back from Lin mode and Lin as well, who are both pretty useful. So this serves as a kind of a nice trading chapter for Florina. Florina helps clear out a few units for Marcus and kills off some archers, which is not dangerous at all.
Yeah, she only takes double damage from them.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not the Japanese version. She just take 3 times damage.
Yeah, so I mentioned weapon effectiveness. In English version, the weapon effectiveness multiplies the weapon might by ×2. In Japanese version, it's ×3. So iron bows will have 12 might on Florina in English. It will have 18 might in Japanese. Not dangerous at all. So something to talk about is soon I'm going to have Marcus equip a javelin. Javelins are lances that have 1 to 2 range, and I mentioned that before. Javelins are weak, kind of weak, and not very accurate, but they're really useful because they allow you to counterattack at 2 range and 1 range at the same time. So there's kind of a swarm of archers coming up. A javelin will be kind of useful for that. Javelins are also typically kind of heavy. They have 11 weight, I think. So many units will get weighed down by them and have trouble double attacking. But Marcus is Marcus. So he's going to have no trouble with it.
Marcus is Marcus. He's so good that he's able to be used in 2 speedruns of this series.
Yes. Marcus does carry a lot of the Fire Emblem 6 speedrun as well. Whee!
So clearly he's made his Marcus on the series.
Yes.
Oh,
Haha.
that's why you're here. Oh, that's a really good level.
That's a really good level up, yeah. So I'm going to equip the Javelin and drop Elliowood in a spot where the archers can't reach him. Because Marcus does get weighed down. If Marcus is carrying Elliowood, again, he loses speed, and I don't think he can actually double attack these archers if he carries Elliowood. So he needs to drop off Elliowood to double attack every archer here. All right, door key. Hey.
Another thing in this game is that many enemies in the game drop items when they're defeated, and this is going to come into play later.
Mm-hmm. So when an enemy drops an item, usually when you look at an enemy's item inventory, if it flashes green, you're going to get that item. But the game's typically programmed to drop the last item in that inventory. So you can do some fun stuff with that and manipulate item drops. Well, that's going to be kind of fun. You'll see that soon. So I think this is a good time for another few donations.
All right, I'd like to talk about our prize currently available for this run. It's a Fire Emblem Blazing Sword original illustrated poster, illustrated exclusively for GDQ. Minimum bid of $10 to enter that raffle. Sounds like a great work of art. Definitely worth the donation.
Thank you.
So what was that, 20 crits now, 21?
I lost count already.
Hopefully Twitch chat's doing our job
Yeah,
for us.
Twitch, do our job for us. You got this. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of green soldiers. By the way, they just broke out. I don't know how useful they're going to be. They're going to kill themselves though, because they're not very good.
So right there, Kirby just equipped a weapon called the Hammer. It is an axe that is super effective against armored units.
Well, he equipped the steel axe technically, but it doesn't matter because he kills the boss in 2 hits either way.
You're running so fast, I can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how fast I should be going. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit so chat, you guys can keep up, but We'll see. Of course, as I say that, I just mash A.
Since when did chat ever keep up?
I don't know. So you get different prizes depending on how many green soldiers survive. And we want the prize where only one green soldier survives. This guy named Raven, you can recruit him, but he's more useful just killing off some green soldiers for us. This guy's he's a Lodger. He's gonna suicide on Raven because Lodgers suck. Fortunately, this guy has a javelin, so he's not gonna get counterattacked. So he'll survive. And our prize for letting only one soldier survive? Mine!
Yeah!
Mine, mine, mine,
Mine?
mine.
Hey,
Oh.
we skipped the side quest.
Hey.
Wait, that's also bad.
I don't know if I should be happy about that or not.
Yeah, mine is typically supposed to be like kind of the punishment reward, but well, you know.
All right, so this is a defend chapter, but this is one of those chapters you can end early, as PX mentioned before, by killing the boss. And enemies will not move, typically, if there is no one to attack, if they cannot reach anyone. So the only unit that can attack Florina right now is this one shaman, and that's it.
So yeah, this chapter is normally known as being the first one where you get access to promotion items. But we're not gonna need any of them.
Hey!
Hey! Also, in the last chapter, why did the prisoners have weapons?
Wow. All right, so the next chapter is the Fog of War. Can you explain what a Fog of War is?
Sure. Fog of War is really, really, really annoying. Basically, with Fog of War is a big part of the map that you just can't see because of, it's foggy and it obstructs your vision. There are certain units that have an advantage here. These, for instance, such as Matthew, have a really big vision range, so they're good at sort of unlocking the map. If you go on top of a mountain, you also are able to see pretty far away. Most units, however, have a very small field of vision, and even if you know exactly where they are, even if you know exactly where the enemy is, you can't actually attack them unless you can see them. Torches, however, can be used to also, increase your field of vision.
Yeah, I really want to see what's past the shore here. But as expected, there's nothing. Oh, hey, what's up? There's an archer here, apparently.
Oh, hey, what is that?
Oh, I'm going to take that mine there.
Oh, what's going on over here?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard to see. This fog of war is really, really thick.
So what you're
Oh,
saying
hey,
is-
hi, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a boss.
He decided to give us a friendly hello. What a nice guy.
What were you going to say?
Clearly, we haven't the foggiest notion of what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's another crit.
So this boss normally drops an Orion's Bolt, which promotes archers, but we're not using any archers. But we just took a mine from a random cavalier, so we're going to get a mine instead. This is our third mine. It's fantastic. Oh, God, I almost pressed A. Sorry, Charity. I'm sorry. All right, so this is kind of a climatic chapter. We're fighting this guy who wants to rule the world named Darin. And, yeah. The goal of this chapter is to seize. And so we want to get Eliud up there as quickly as possible. There's a lot of enemies in the way. And Darin is feeling kind of charitable, so he's going to move off the throne for us. Oh, there's another boss here that we don't care about. Oh. Ow. I dropped Doorkeeper with Sniper so he doesn't bother us. And this archer too, he has a longbow which attacks at 3 range.
Oh yeah, I know. When you're controlling enemies, when you look at the enemy portrait, they kind of freak out.
Oh yeah, thanks for moving off the throne for us. So this is one of those interesting chapters where RNG does not matter at all. Because no one's ever really going to attack anyone. And whether someone gets hit or not does not matter at all. So I can be as aggressive as I want with RNG manipulation. So there's going to be one unit that attacks Eliud, but I really don't care if he gets it or not. Ow. Ow. That hurts. Wow. So yeah. Wait, does Eliud have a conversation with the boss? No, he doesn't. Oh, hey Darin, bye. I'm going to take over this throne for you. This next chapter. So by the way, Eliud's dad just died. Spoilers.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sad.
Also, when Darren was stepping off the throne, he was actually in really bad shape and tripped and fell and died as well.
Yeah, so we're gonna see him as a dead unit later.
So here we got another fog of war unit. Yeah.
That torch staff might come in handy.
Yeah. Also, we have an actual dancer in our party now, Ninian.
Yes, can you explain what dancers do?
Basically the same thing that bards do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We already saw a bard.
Yeah, they're actually Ninian and Nils are actually the exact same unit, except Ninian has one more con than Nils for whatever reason.
She does? I don't remember. I never paid attention.
I mean, Nils is a little boy and Ninian's slightly older, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I kind of feel we've been conned here.
Oh. I feel like playing some DDR, do you?
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
right down, left
pump it
up.
up guy myself.
Maybe you should let them experience some DDR firsthand. All right. Whee. Oh, there's a boss here, by the way.
Ooh,
He's gonna
hero's
equip a bow
curse.
so he doesn't counterattack. Because he's feeling kind of nice today. So
So-
this village has an Elysian Whip, which is a promotion item for a flyer. I wonder who we're gonna use that on. I don't know. Do you know?
No idea. Another aspect of Fog of War is that you can't attack enemy units you don't see. On top of that, if your movement bumps into an enemy, you immediately lose your turn when you run into them. So
Yep.
it's really annoying moving in Fog of War.
That was another crit, but I've already lost count, so oh well. Too late.
What are we on, like 30?
Probably. Let's assume
Nah.
30. All right. So this is a guy named Heath. He's also a Wyvern Rider who is kind of a physical version of a Pegasus Knight. He can fly, which is kind of important. So we're going to recruit him for two reasons. One, flyers are always good. And two, he has a mine. So I wonder what we're going to use that for.
This
So-
would be the fourth mine in the run.
Yeah. So like this is a defend chapter, but conveniently enough, you can just end it by killing the boss. So that's exactly what we're going. Florian's kind of in position to just kill the boss right now on turn 2.
Yeah, so that's Knight Crest there. Allows you to upgrade any knights or I believe
Knight crests are used for cavaliers.
Cavaliers, yeah. Cavaliers and knights. No?
Yes.
I think
yeah,
it's knights.
You're,
I don't
you're
remember,
right.
'cause
Yeah,
I never
it's
used
Cavaliers
knights.
and Knights.
Yeah.
But Knight crests are really like, there are very few Knight crests in this game, so they're very valuable. I'm totally not going to toss one away later.
Oh, please. You wouldn't.
Nah, not at all. So there's a other phase cutscene coming up, and there's 2 different RNG states I can get depending on when I skip it. So I have to kind of keep an eye on my cursor movement and see when I skip them, and then improvise properly. Well, not improvise, but you know what I mean. Do the proper burn accordingly. And I think I got a frame perfect skip. So we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't see any movement at all.
Yeah, that's it. I need to do that burn there. So Florina got a weapon called a short spear, which is basically a heavier but stronger version of a javelin. And this guy has a spear, which is another 1-2 range weapon, and we're going to be using the spear a lot. This is our main boss killing weapon because it is the strongest 1-2 range lance in the game, and it has 5 crit, which is actually very important. So we're going to use this whip and whip Florina into shape.
She also gets a really nice model change.
The Falcon Knight's animations are pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
All the animations in this game are pretty awesome.
They are. To 5 Constitution! Oh my
Wow.
god! Wow!
And swords.
Bulking up.
She bulked up a little bit.
She started lifting.
She can now use Iron Lances after only losing 3 speed instead of 4.
Okay. Now you'll notice that there's a bunch of sand everywhere. The sand is bad for non-flying units. It heavily impedes their movement. Well, there are 2 exceptions though. Thieves, who are nimble and sneaky and everything, and are able to walk around okay in the sand, and magic users, who are all mystical and whatnot, so the sand kind of moves for them.
Yeah, on top of that, there's also a mechanic that they do in most desert chapters for Fire Emblem, in that you can find hidden items underground.
Woo!
Ooh,
There we go. Look at that
that's
animation.
a great animation there.
Yes, there's a low chance of finding an item on certain tiles. Thieves have a higher chance, however.
I don't remember if these are guaranteed or not. It depends on the game. I don't remember off the top of my head. Like, I know in Path of Radiance, thieves are guaranteed, but not Radiance on.
Right. I don't think they're guaranteed. It's just a higher chance.
I thought Path of Radiance item drops were guaranteed. Completely.
Oh, crap. I forgot to turn off animations. Well, if you like Isadora, this is her time to shine.
You also get to see,
Dude,
ooh, nice animation.
That
there.
animation.
That's also another crit.
All right, turning that off. So while we all sit here and hold A, we can have a donation or 2.
All right, we've
Holding
got
A? Okay, good.
$20 from Nicholas. Says Fire Emblem 7 is my favorite game ever, so I just had to stay up late to watch it. It's always a treat to watch players like kirbymastah absolutely obliterate this game over the course of an hour and a half. Good luck with the run, kirbymastah, and I'll match your $1 per crit donation at the end of the run.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Dan Chen with $100 says, this is my first time watching HDQ live, and the sleep deprivation that comes with it is so Worth it. Dan,
Thank
you're a
you.
man after my own heart. Fire Emblem 7 is also one of my favorite games ever, so I'm happy to see it get utterly broken by none other than kirbymastah. Keep up the good work.
Ooh, that's great. All right, so one thing I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be doing a reset because the chance of finding an item hidden in the desert, it depends on an independent method of RNG, completely independent of combat and whatnot. So, someone holding A. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Ruining the 4-player co-op world record.
I mean, you turn on animation, so.
But yeah, so by resetting and resuming chapter, it doesn't reset the main RNG, but it does reset the second RNG for finding the desert items. So what I do here is I reset here, and by opening the weapon menu here, I'm guaranteed to find a hidden item no matter what in
Did
Elliewood
you
mode.
open the menu?
Yeah, I did, by
Okay.
selecting which weapon to use. So I got a hidden item called Phyla's Might, which is an item that Nilson and Nini can use to boost someone's.
Oh, wow.
That hurts. Phyla's Might boosts someone's strength or magic by 10 for one turn, which is pretty useful in one chapter later on. Oh, by the way, this is a route chapter, but like Pence, this green dude named Pence kind of killed everything for us.
Yes.
No.
Is this triggering anyone? This Nightcrest. It's not valuable at all, is it? Nope.
Nah.
Screw it. See ya.
Ah.
Yeah, so a quick note on Pent. So Pent is currently a neutral unit. You're able to recruit him afterwards. He starts surrounded by a whole bunch of enemies, and it's meant to be, you know, a threat to him and everything, but even though he's pre-promoted, he's incredibly dumb. Like, he's incredibly overpowered, and the few level ups he gets are usually pretty dang good. So the traditional thought is that, oh, you shouldn't be using pre-promoted units, but then you got guys like Pent who are just, it's really dumb not to use.
Like, his growth suck, but like his stats are so good already, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is a Fog of War map.
Yeah.
Have we ever explained Torch Glitch? I don't think we have.
It does the exact same thing as mine.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all you need to know. Oh yeah, so this is a defeat the boss chapter. Wow, that's a bunch of weird numbers. Eek! Ah, you scared me. Well, who are you? Oh, I think a better question is, what are you? I see a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hyphen.
Missing nose cousin?
Missing those
I
cousins.
don't know,
See, it just means you've
Ah.
done a real number on this game.
Whoa, that's kind of a
Whoa.
deformed Nino. Stop right there. I would.
Shadow
she is-
Nino? Okay.
Shadow Nino playing some DDR apparently, or Stepmania, whatever you want to call it.
Dancing all night.
Oh no, a silence was pilfered.
Oh,
Ah.
no. How do you pilfer silence?
I don't know. Oh, dude, Wallace just doubled someone.
Dang.
Oh,
Good
wow.
job.
He really hates that building.
Yeah. So the boss is really fast, and Florian gets weighed down a lot by the short spear, so the boss needs to rescue someone to weigh himself down, so Florian can actually double attack him.
He just wanted to practice his lifting.
Quick note here. The boss of the stage is dependent, I believe, on, was it the aggregate levels of the lords?
Yeah, up to 50.
Yeah.
Right, so there's a chance you get Lloyd, or there's a chance you get Linus, who's a hero.
Oh, not really chat, just you either get one or the other.
Right, and it depends on the levels.
Alright, so this is a defend chapter, and unfortunately there's no way to end it quickly, but this is kind of a more interesting defend chapter because you can do quite a bit in it. So we're going to be using a lot of units in this chapter. So we got these units named Isidore and Hawkeye. They're both pre-promoted units. Isidore is pretty fast, and she can use a silver sword, which, while her strength is not very good, the silver sword makes up for it. And we're also using Heath now for combat, who is another flyer. Unfortunately, he's not really trained up like Florina, so he's not as useful. Nice. Ooh. But yeah, so although this is a defend chapter, I'm treating this like a route chapter because I want to kill every enemy that moves so they don't waste time in the long run. So by turn, I think turn 3, every enemy unit that moves will die. So Hawkeye is a Berserker, and Berserkers are an interesting class where they're very strong and fast, but they're generally not very accurate. They also have a 15 extra crit rate.
Only
And
15?
Hawkeye has a Killer Axe, which has 30 crit rate. So he has probably like a 40 to 50 crit rate and everything, like that. There we go.
Yes, ironically, Hawkeye does not have good aim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His speed is, well, it's not terrible. It's not very reliable to double attack faster enemies.
A fun note on the stage is that the boss of the stage has like this magically amplified lance that is completely ridiculous.
Although, to be fair for Hawkeye, if you live in the desert forever, it's kind of hard to see stuff.
Yeah, so you can do an form of enemy control glitch, like with the mine, to get the spear that this boss has, Bida, and then send it to convoy, and then you can have someone equip it, and it boosts like a lot of your stats by like 10 points or something. It's really OP. Unfortunately, we're not going to use it because it costs way too much time to get, and we don't really need it.
I mean, yeah, why do you need a magical spear when you have Marcus?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Ow. Oh, take that.
not only do you have Marcus, you have Florina to floor all the enemies.
Nice.
Ooh, that's really good.
That's a good level up.
She hasn't been leveling up defense. What's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. She's pretty fragile. All right, we can probably squeeze in a few donations here.
All right, we have a script master with $1,500.
Wow. Thank you.
And he says, just like how Ephraim never picks fights he can't win, we keep up our fight against cancer because we know we'll eventually stand victorious. I'd say best of luck to the run, but it seems like you have that part figured out. Here's to the 2-player, 1-controller playthrough of Lost Levels, even if I won't be around to watch it.
So one note, that donation comment referred to Ephraim, who is one of the main lords of Sacred Stones, which I recently finished rerouting, and it's a fun speed run. I'll just say that. So, what I'm doing here is, all the moving enemies that moved are dead, but there's going to be 4 Wyvern Riders that are going to show up in the upper right corner on some peaks. Well, no units can stand on peaks except for my flyers and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to block off 3 of these squares, so only 1 reinforcement shows up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, go ahead.
This Wyvern Rider that's going to show up is going to be like, hey, where did my buddies go? They just ran out on me. No, protect me from Florina. Help. Help.
So
Oh,
yeah,
he's dead.
Another fun aspect of Berserkers is that they can traverse all terrain as well, just slower than flyers.
Well, not all, but they can cross like rivers and oceans and peaks
Yeah.
just really slowly, but that can be helpful.
Sorry, they cross everything but buildings.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's it. It's only like 3 end turns, so it's not too big of a deal. And we're done. See ya, Vita. We're never going to see her again. So this is a Seas chapter, and the gimmick behind this chapter is snow. Similar to Desert chapters, units movement is heavily impeded, or whatever you want to call, whatever the word is. And Florina only has 8 move. She normally has 8 moves, but she only has 4 in the snow. So this chapter is kind of a slog, because there isn't really a faster way to do this besides have Florina just carry someone all the way across. But there are other strats to clear this in fewer turns. But I'd like to bring up a topic called the LTC, which is what a lot of people in the Fire Emblem community do. LTC is an acronym for low turn count playthrough, which is basically the goal is to clear the game in as low turns possible, as few turns possible. You might think that LTCs and speedruns are the same, but there's actually quite a few differences between them. There are some shared strategies. Like this chapter is kind of a good example of a different strategy because if you want to LTC this, you have to do a lot of extra setup and training extra units. So you get Gary Elliowood farther in fewer turns. But in a lot of cases, you don't want to like train too many units in speedrun, even if it helps save turns. Especially in certain chapters where turns don't really cost much time. So there's a lot of differences, and then I definitely want to give a shout out to a guy named DonDon151. He's a guy who's really well known for doing a lot of 0% playthrough, 0% low turn count playthroughs, which basically means when characters level up, they gain 0 stats at all. And he does a lot of playthrough series commentated by with Mecha, where he basically plays through the game as few turns as possible. And plans it out carefully, and it's also really well commentated and goes over a lot of details and strategies. So his YouTube is DD151, I believe, and I highly recommend subscribing to him and following his channel. So it's a quick shout out to one of the most experienced Fire Emblem players out there. And there's a lot of stuff I learned from him personally as well.
So one fun thing about this stage is that there is a unit you can recruit here, and whichever unit it is actually changes depending on how well you do on the stage. If you kill a certain number of pre-promoted units in a certain number of turns, then you'll get Carol, Swordmaster. If you don't, then you get Harkin, the hero. Ironically, Harkin is actually the better of the two. So I like to think of it as the game basically punishing you by saying that, you know, if you're not good enough to kill these pre-promoted units in enough turns, then we're going to give you the better unit because you need them because you suck.
But I mean, they joined so late in the chapter that we're just not going to see them ever, unfortunately. Oh God.
Oh boy.
2 HP.
Yeah, these enemies are also using long-range tomes, which allow them to just hit them from very far range.
The other fun thing about this chapter is that the boss of this chapter changes depending on who's higher level between your magic users and your physical units.
more accurately, your combined level experience of your mercenaries, myrmidons, and fighters, I think. Basically, units that promote with a hero crest. I like to think of it that way because that's easier to remember.
Ooh, good
No
dodge.
crit, but hey.
And so we got Kenneth. Whenever I play this game, I always got Jerem the Assassin. I never actually knew who this guy was.
Yeah, my first playthrough, I'm like, Jeremy shows up in the boss rush on the final chapter. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? Oh, this is not a valuable tome at all. Do you agree with this?
Oh, wow.
Who needs light magic, really?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. Who needs that plus 20 crit?
All right, so this is a 15-turn defend chapter. It's gonna be very boring. Incredibly boring, no sarcasm at all. And it's a fog of war, so Florina doesn't want to fight at all in this chapter. She wants to be a pacifist. So I'm gonna send all of her equipment to Convoy.
So anyone that's played this game, I'm sure, is very familiar with this chapter. This is like the most reset-heavy chapter in the game.
Oh yeah.
Hector hard mode.
Yes, but in a nutshell, so there's a Fog of War chapter where you're trying to defend Prince Zephiel here. Very nice guy, I'm sure has a very bright future ahead of him. Down there you'll notice Jafar. He's an assassin that in this map is basically doing a heal face turn. He was with the enemy, now he's just turned against the enemy. You can recruit him if you are able to recruit Nino, who's a very weak mage down there. So it's like a triple threat of units that you're trying to protect / recruit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad because you have to go around to the right side, deal with a boss that snipes you for far range, recruit this level 1 mage, and when you're battling against pre-promoted units everywhere.
Yeah, and then like everyone is going after Jafar.
Yeah, and then you gotta have Jafar survive. You
Yeah,
have, run all the way over there while not dying. Have her
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah, Jafar is basically playing Dynasty Warriors Fire Emblem right now. Shouts to Fire Emblem Warriors, by the way.
Anyone else see that nice Switch announcement?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Woo! All right. Jafar versus the boss. I cannot understand you. You serve perfection in the form of a master's, yet you abandon such happiness? I ensure that Nino lives. That's all. To be honest, I think that's kind of badass, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's pretty cool.
Wow, dude.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Jafar
Sure.
wins. He clutches it out with 1 HP. Hey! Oh.
Oh, well then.
Yep. There's
Um,
that. So, yeah, normally this would be where we reset, but whatever. It's a marathon. We
Mr.
gotta
Marino,
go
let's
with
just
it.
keep going. Sorry,
Oh.
Jafar fans. Hey, I'm moving 2 thieves right now in the dark. So,
Well, one thing that's nice is that since you control the enemies, we can make sure that Nino survives at least.
shh, no one saw that. I totally didn't move a fighter close to Nino, so he kills her in 1 hit, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Ow.
where'd he come from?
Welp.
Am I going to die, Mother? Shout out to
Well.
Little Nino. I just killed Little Nino.
Well.
Nino.
Oh, come on.
Whee.
It's some nice music.
Oh, crap, wait. I forgot what a thief is.
That looks like a thief.
Oh, there we go. I just had a brain fart there.
Oh no.
Oh no,
they
a rescue staff. Oh no, help.
Oh, they just dropped it on the ground.
Yeah, he just dropped on the ground.
Whoa.
Hey, Urk, nice rescue staff you got there.
I think he just found it on the ground. Oh, hey, Zephiel.
Hey, Prince Zephyr, how's it going? Nice seeing you outside, taking a stroll outside of the castle. How are you doing? It's dangerous out here.
Take it right in the wyvern.
All right. I like these boots. I'm gonna send it to Convoy.
Oh, wow. Apparently he doesn't like having boots.
All right. It's your turn, PX. Time to end turn.
All right, let's try
you
for
got
for
this.
this.
You got this.
Clutch it out, buddy. I believe
All
in
right,
you.
so while PX does his drop at ending turn, I'll explain the strategy behind this chapter. So what I did on turn 1 is I had every enemy unit drop their door keys, meaning enemy units cannot leave the castle. And I mentioned before in the boat chapter, enemy units will only move if there's an actual target for them to attack. So I had the bosses die, I had Jafar and Nino both die. I can't kill Prince Zephyr or else it's game over. So what I did was use the rescue staff on him to warp him out of the castle. And now no enemy unit will move, ever, because there is no green unit in the castle, there's no blue unit in the castle, and they cannot leave. So enemy phase is just gonna have no one moving every single turn. And this is what a speedrun strat is. And we moved 2 thieves and had them send items to Convoy by deploying a unit called Merlinus, who is kind of our convoy unit. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this chapter, and it's pretty sick. Oh,
Yeah,
good
we're
job.
done.
Thanks. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 27 is like the first chapter where the game is like, this is where things get serious, and it shows with the music. And this is probably the most intense menuing here. Well, bass. So let's see if I don't forget anything.
So Florina just put on her boots and now her Pegasus flies farther.
I'm gonna safety save just in case. We're good. All right, that went pretty well actually.
Yeah.
Yay.
So for the enemy control glitch, Kirby needs to be really careful with his movement because he has to burn the exact amount of random numbers that he needs to. Because due to the fact that random number, the game auto-saves whenever you do any action, if he screws up on the enemy action, it will keep the movement and cancel the enemy control glitch so that it will screw up the rest of the numbers for the
Yeah, so
everything.
if you saw me make a mistake with RNG burning, but like the game doesn't auto-save RNG burning, so I can just reset and try again. But during enemy phase, if I do enemy control glitch and I reset, I lose enemy control glitch. So I guess I can go a little bit more into more detail about enemy control glitch. So the mine glitch and the torch glitch are effectively the same glitch. What happens is you turn a tile into what we call an actor tile, or a PWASE, which stands for a panel which affects something else. I don't know who came up with that. But so the mine is the most common form of glitch, and it's really easy to execute. If you use torch on a square, it also turns that square into an actor tile. Snags also work. So if a snag is destroyed, the square that a snag used to be on is an actor tile. Unfortunately, that only works if a snag is already knocked down, so it's useless in this game. It's only useful in Sacred Stones during skirmishes. So, and there's actually a few other methods of activating enemy control glitch. So, this is a route chapter, and we have over 40 units on the map to kill. Florina and Marcus are positioned in very specific spots. There are certain triggers on this map that automatically activate reinforcements, and we don't want that because that wastes a lot of time. Which is why Florina's kind of chilling on the river right now. So yeah, these enemy phases are going to be pretty long, but on turn 2, this is going to be probably as PX said, the most intense enemy phase because I'm going to be probably moving around 30 enemy units and I can't make a single mistake or else I will lose like over 5 minutes. So let's hope it goes well. And as you can tell, this turn 1 is already really long, so yeah. All right. Killing this jerk on a ballista. Alright, you do your thing, Pence. So the order I attack with these Cavaliers is important. Hawkeye does not double the other Cavalier, so I have to make sure to manipulate a critical hit on it. Also, we got the sniper named Luis, who is a pre-promoted archer. And this is the one time you'll see an archer have a useful enemy phase. Because she's going to be killing these 2 nomads for us. Thanks. By the way, that sniper will kill Florina if he hit. Poor Florina. And one more enemy. Alright, we should be good. We'll see what happens when I try to burn random numbers here. We're good. Okay. We're good.
All right. So you just want an example. You just want an example of how powerful the enemies are getting right now. Marcus is getting a lot of experience for killing them.
All right. So Linus had an Iron Ruin, which prevents critical hits, and he normally drops it, but he kind of has a mine instead.
Still ruining everything, obviously.
Yeah.
He just dropped his rune and found a mine somewhere.
And Marcus has a spear equipped, but I'm going to send it to Convoy, which is why I filled his inventory, so he equips a javelin instead.
Yeah.
So, because the spear is really valuable. It has 5 crit, and it's really powerful, and it's 1-2 range, and we need every single use of it. We can't afford to waste it on generic enemies. Something to note is that the fact that the spear has 5 crit matters a lot, and kind of in an RNG manipulated run, while you can technically kind of do anything you want, there's kind of a human limitation to how much you can do. So you really want as much crit as possible. So having like 5 extra crit makes a huge difference in the long run. And there's also a reason why we use javelins instead of hand axes on Marcus in earlier chapters, because we want to raise his weapon rank to S. And when your weapon rank is at S rank, you get 5 extra crit using that weapon. So it's also why I use slim lances pretty often, which are the weakest lances in the game, but it has 5 crit. So it really helps with manipulating critical hits.
Another thing that in this run, you want to avoid as much time waste as possible, and watching your weapon break wastes plenty of time because you get a text box.
You have like 2 or 3 seconds text boxes, yeah. Woohoo! 1 second, dang.
Oh boy, it's a mage surrounded by a bunch of physical units.
That's not dangerous at all. Also, Pent has more defense than Marcus. Marcus still has 10 defense, I think.
And Farina has 6.
5, I think. It's 6? I don't remember.
She has 6. She gained 2 from...
Yeah, if I was playing this normally right now, I'd be very upset at my RNG luck with Florina.
Alright, so we can squeeze in a few donations here. This is a really long enemy phase. Are we all holding A?
Yeah.
Good, okay.
Everyone at home,
Donation
make
time.
sure that you're holding A. Challenge
Make sure you
spirit to us.
donate. Spamming A. Hold A. I want to see Twitch chat just spamming A. Alright, time for some donations.
All right, we have $50 from Mailne, who says, I got up at 5 a.m. to watch the Fire Emblem run, and that was before I realized that it was kirbymastah doing it. Now it's even more worth it.
Thank you.
We have $10 from Dr. Gonzo. Says, Fire Emblem is my absolute favorite series, although Genealogy of the Holy War and Thrakia 776 are my favorite in the series. FE7 is still up there, and seeing it obliterated is interesting to say the least. Thanks so much for this event. Please allocate this to the runner's choice. Much love from Minnesota.
Thank you. I also want to give a quick shout out to Gwimpich. He's the guy who ran Path of Radiance and Rain It Dawn in the past 2 years, and he was going to come to HDQ, but sadly couldn't make it for personal reasons. And I really just want to give a shout out to him because he's a really cool guy. His wiggles are amazing. And he's just a really good source of knowledge for Fire Emblem as well. He's just really well knowledge all around, both for LTCs and rotate the control stick, LTCs and speedruns. So every directional input you do here advances the text box. Good job, you got it. Woo. So we saved a frame by having everyone rotate the control sticks.
I was like, can I say it's really awkward seeing Marcus with a lot more resistance and defense?
Yeah, it's not awkward at all. Hey, Elliowood, nice stats you got there.
Wow,
Dude, 7
amazing.
strength, 8 speed. Woo! 6. He has as much defense as Florina. He's really good. He did get a horse though, which is actually handy in one chapter. All right, so this is kind of a gauntlet chapter to train up Elliowood because this is really late in the run, and the game wants you to kind of train him up.
Yes, it's very important that the lords are powerful for the end of the game because they're kind of required for the last boss. So this will be a very, very important chapter coming up.
So yeah, other units are not supposed to access this tunnel that Elliowood's in. Other units are supposed to like support him by healing him across the walls or attacking enemies using 2 range, but Elliowood, I decided Elliowood's too weak, so I'm just gonna get him out of there. You're there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start small, move our way up.
So yeah,
Yeah. This is basically a siege chapter. I need Elliowood to get on that space up there. Oh, by the way, you can activate enemy control glitch on flame tiles. So yeah, this is a very well programmed game.
So yeah, this chapter has certain tiles on the floor where if you end your turn on them, Pillar of Fire will come up and hit you for damage. On top of that, Kirby Master is using 2 staves known as the Warp and the Rescue Staff.
Oh, yeah, we never explained that.
Yeah, the Rescue Staff allows you to carry a unit within your range to a tower next to you, and the Warp Staff is the exact opposite, where you teleport a unit that's next to you somewhere far away.
And your range of your warp and rescue is determined by your magic stat. And Penn has a pretty good magic stat.
All
So
right,
his range is pretty good.
Good grind fest. I think Eli Wood is in fact ready for the end game.
Yeah,
I
he
believe.
gains a total of 0 level ups. I think we're good.
Oh, and we totally missed him getting a second kill.
Oh yeah, he got a second kill after promotion. He killed Ninian.
Oh, what?
Spoilers!
What?
Oh, sorry.
How can he kill our dancer?
All right, so this is a defend chapter. Oh boy, but this is a fun defend chapter.
So you notice all these green units? They're basically designed to like get slaughtered to, kind of put over the enemy, make it seem like a much more relevant threat.
They're pretty pathetic, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
rescue them so they don't bother me and
They're
waste
only
time.
doing their jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not doing their jobs if they go out of their way and stop walling. Hey, mind glitch. Hey there. All right, so this is also another involved enemy control glitch.
So here he's having the shamans trade their books for bows, and having the archers trade their bows for books.
That went pretty well. Okay, the Storm Master's a jerk. That's why I used the mine on him. So Marcus can kill him in 1 hit. Marcus just capped strength.
Yeah,
Yeah!
strength cap!
Woo!
That's something
Lucky.
that's very rare.
Thanks.
Right.
So I want to kill the boss because if the boss is alive later on, then he's going to spawn reinforcements. And I kind of don't want reinforcements because I kind of just made everyone not able to attack. So, all right, Butters, it's your turn. Time to spam Ben's turn.
Okay, this is my time
Okay,
to shine.
okay, everyone needs to hold A right now. We got this. We got this. So all the enemy units, none of them can attack because they're either unequipped or have something they don't know how to use. So they're just going to move and not do anything. All right, Butters,
All
go.
right, my turn.
Yes.
All right, good,
Yes.
good.
All right.
So yeah, it turns out the archers don't know how to read books, and the shamans don't know how to use bows.
Yeah. So there are 2 shamans near the treasure room. I did not unequip them because they do not move. So I don't want to bother just unequipping units that don't move because they're not going to do anything at all. Got this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we can read some few donations here.
No, okay. Go.
Go for
Serious time when I'm doing that.
it.
Also, they gave me the wrong badge. They only gave me a volunteer badge. I am very clearly a runner right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have a runner badge. You have a
I
runner
do.
badge too.
There we go.
You're being mistreated, obviously.
Conspiracy, man.
So yeah, now would be a good time for donations.
Yeah.
All right, we have $5 from Kennedy, who says there's something just so very satisfying about watching a game you've played to death get completely and utterly broken by the very randomness it is built upon. Kirby Master does it again.
Very good.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Charity. I did not accept a single side quest.
Question though,
Oh.
from Kennedy, how long did it take to master the tight movement and memorization needed for a fully luck-based routed run?
I don't know if he means RNG manipulator or not, but it takes a lot of memorization. I'm pretty experienced with running Fire Emblem. I've ran like 6 games now, on and off. So I'm kind of used to just trying to memorize everything personally. But my first Fire Emblem game I learned was Radiant Dawn, and I demonstrated that in RPG Limited Break 2015. It's 2015, yeah. And it took a lot of work to memorize everything, but eventually I just got used to it. So if you want to spin on Fire Emblem, don't get too overwhelmed. It's still a lot of work, but it's pretty fun to do. Oh, by the way, this is our last mine. Say goodbye to the mines.
No.
No.
They were just minding their own business.
Oh, this run's been a real minefield.
I want to move these knights out of the way so they don't block Elliot when he tries to seize. Oh, by the way, boss is a very, very bulky stage. She's like almost impossible to kill quickly.
I think these mines have been making the enemies lose their mind.
So noisy. I thought I could escape battle here on the Dread Isle. No, I'm not interested in why you're fighting. I'm interested in why you have a bunch of DDR arrows and a bunch of weird numbers. Like,
And
He's really trying to level up right now.
yeah, just a level. He really wants to level up. I think the game's broken.
I think this is Mizuno's cousin right here.
I'm only looking tranquility. So like this hero decided to be a jerk and bother Reynolds. So he's kind of a jerk. Reynolds gonna get his payback soon. So Reynolds gonna block this guy in because he really hates this hero for bothering him. So this hero is permanently stuck there for the rest of his life. or until someone kills him. Poor hero, but that's what he gets for bothering Reynolds.
I mean, at least he's got a nice home there with some food and something.
I assume so. I mean, I guess Reynolds been living there all this time.
Hey!
That was actually that was not planned at all, by the way. Like RNG doesn't matter in this chapter, so like that was actually not an intended crit. Crit.
Aw.
Okay, so I want to hear from the couch. Do you want Reynolds to kill the Wyvern Rider or the hero?
Wyvern Rider, I don't like him.
Yeah, I think the Wyvern Rider.
Wyvern Rider?
Wyvern Rider.
Wyvern Rider?
Wyvern. Yeah.
Wyvern Rider? All right, we're killing this guy. See ya.
Oh, nice
Oh,
dodge.
dude.
Oh, another
Oh,
crit!
nice.
Completely unexpected.
Peace out. All right, the last chapter is basically a boss gauntlet, and we got this tome in the desert chapter called a Luna Tome. Can you explain what that does?
So,
It ignores resistance.
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. It's pretty OP. And I'm gonna give these legendary weapons to Eliwood, Hector, and Lynn, our lords. No one can use the Heaven Seal except for Lynn, because like Eliwood and Hector, you need to be level 10, and Lynn's the only lord at level 10.
Thank you, Lin Mode, for that.
Thank you, Lynn Mode. Thanks. All right. So, Othos is kind of a unit, a magic unit who can use all kinds of magic, and he has 30 magic, and he has a tome that ignores resistance. So with the crit, he has 30 magic, and Luna has 20 crit, so he has around 30 to 40 crit on everything. And he does 30 damage without a crit, so with the crit, he does 90 damage, which is not OP at all.
So yeah, he's kind of a max level unit character to get you just for the final battle.
Whee!
That level up mattered.
It totally mattered.
It really mattered.
It actually doesn't.
Not the rescue staff.
Actually, yeah, that shouldn't have burned any random numbers. Let's do this. Woo! Wait. Did I do something wrong? Oh, crap. I did do something wrong. Whoops.
Oh,
Well
try it
then,
again.
we're doing this again.
Don't clap.
Nice warm up. Nice warm up.
Yep.
I mean, that was RNG manipulation for the second time I do this, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna save.
There you
I don't
go.
want to do that again. Ew.
So anyways, Athos is a max level character that they just give you for the final chapter, and the Luna Tome is a tome that negates all enemy resistance.
It's pretty OP.
Yeah, it's pretty OP.
We also get a bunch of S rank weapons. We're not going to use like any of them at all besides the lance. Because like the only unit that has S ranks besides Athos is Marcus, who has S rank lances. Whee!
Whee! That level
Still
up
matters.
totally mattered.
Still matters.
Still matters. Okay, fine. It
No,
matters.
not the rescue
Not
staff.
the rescue staff. Oh no.
I guess this run is beyond rescuing now.
Oh no.
All right, so who wants to promote Lynn?
Yes,
You want to promote her?
please.
Okay, let's do it.
She
Woo!
needs a wardrobe change.
Yeah, she's put in surprisingly, Lynn's stats are actually pretty decent because she got all the boss kills in Lynn mode. So like she was level 10 and she has actually pretty respectable stats, sort of, for mid game at least. At this point, they're not that great, but hey, looks cool. If you're a Lynn fan, this
Hey.
is for you.
She has almost as much defense as Florina.
Yes.
Starting to notice a trend between good units and defense.
Oh, that's what's supposed
There
to
you go.
happen.
You forgot to
There
turn
we
off animations.
go. I'll do it. I'll do it before enemy phase. Excalibur.
Excalibur. Wait, that's supposed to be a legendary sword.
It's a legendary anima tome.
Oh well.
All right. This is
Who's
guy
this?
that we don't know.
Who's
Who
this
is
guy?
that? Who's that guy? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
See ya.
So, anyone keeping track of crits?
No. Twitch chat. What is my crit rate at?
Oh,
Tell
thank
me.
you guys. Thank you guys.
So the spear broke. We needed every use of the spear throughout the run. It's because it's our main boss killing weapon. And it happens to work out perfectly.
Also, here's sniper animations. They're also nice.
Yeah. Marcus's hand axe animation is pretty cool. He was like, whoosh. So I'm not gonna show animations for Oscils because they get really, really repetitive, really fast. And that's probably gonna waste like over 5 minutes, so.
You'll see it once.
I'm sorry. Go see it once. No worries. All right. So, funnily enough, Athos normally does 30 damage, but he does 31 damage on that mage because Luna is a Dark Tome, and Dark has weapon triangle advantage on Anima. So he does 31 damage instead, which is exactly enough to kill that hero, that stage in one hit.
Funny enough, Anima contains the 3 elements, and they have their own triangle within the triangle.
But the thing is, like, you're not gonna use magic to attack other mages, so it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this guy has 65 HP. The HP cap is 60, so he's cheating. He's cheating more than I am, and that's saying something.
So Kirby, you have a triangle within the triangle. Does that make it a hexagon or anything?
Is this like a Triforce or something? I don't know.
Actually, that could be true.
Oh, but hey, Darren, it's nice to see you here after you tripped and died.
And he somehow gained more HP than the cap.
Yep, see, he's also cheating. The game is a filthy hacker. The Rex Hosta is the S-rank lance that Marcus will be using a little bit. Because again, Marcus is my only unit who can use S-rank lances.
Oh, hey, Nels. Haven't seen you in a while. Anybody remember these guys?
Oh, I know this guy. Oh, yeah, I think I've met them before.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. See Nils sing. Do.
I think he's just playing a flute more than singing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
At least you get cheerful music in the final boss.
Very appropriate.
Charge!
Charge! All right, he's dead. So that's the Rex Hosta being used. Oh, hey, it's Nurgle, the final boss. So I'm going to be warping Athos, a total of 4 squares. Very important to warp.
Useful warp ever.
Well, I don't want to warp him too far because the game scrolls up and it wastes time if I warp him off screen. So I actually want him to warp him close.
Oh, you didn't show the text.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Luna, this is it, and that's a crit. 90 damage to Nurgle. See ya.
Please don't forget to buff Marcus this time.
Okay, I won't. So I'm gonna. Normally I would use Phyla's Might on Athos, so he does 40 damage, and with the crit does 120 damage. The dragon has 120 HP, and he will always do 37 damage no matter what your defense is. But I don't like. Athos has been gaining too many kills this chapter. I think Marcus is more deserving of the kill. Do you think so?
Yeah. He served well.
All right. Ow. So we're gonna give Marcus a kill.
You didn't buff him.
Why?
Ugh.
He even just told you.
Wait. I forgot. I went on autopilot. Shoot.
Oh my god.
Just
get nose
I don't know if I should reset or not.
You can still make this work.
You can still make this work.
We'll see. I might be able to make this work. Yeah, I don't think you have S-rank lances. No.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah, no.
I think ending turn should be okay.
Yeah, no.
Not really. I mean, can't you just rescue Athos and?
I mean, you can, but.
Let's give Lynn a shot.
Ah.
That's a nice soul card you got there.
If she crits, I am going to be amazed.
I'm giving this a shot, all right? Okay, I'm going to bank it all on Lynn with Soul Kadi, all right? We got this. You ready? Should I go for it? Should I go for it? Yeah? Let's do it!
Come on!
We got this! Woo!
On, Chris.
All or nothing. All or nothing. Marathon save. Woo!
Oh!
Yeah!
That one's for you, Raph.
Oh wow. Okay, so.
That was where you were at. That was all planned.
Okay, so legitimately that is incredible because that wasn't an RNG manip. That was straight up luck.
Well, I totally did not plan that at all.
Oh, time or?
It's not time yet. We time on save screen.
Okay, good.
So yeah, Lynn got the kill. Good job, Lynn. She is the true boss killer of the run.
She got the first kill and the final kill.
Yes. Athos just died. Rest in peace. All right, so I'm going to be hitting the foot pedal soon.
Hey, wait, didn't we just kill her? Ninian?
Oh, hey, Ninian. Oh,
Yeah.
so Eliwood's second kill wasn't really a kill. So Eliwood's kind of worthless. He only got 1 kill. Why is Lynn in the background? She's the one who killed the dragon. Like, dude, come on.
Yay.
There you go. All right, what's the time?
121.28.
Here you are. All right, that's not bad, considering I wasted a lot of
Co-op world
time.
record, we'll take it.
So, Magoo, this is farewell.
No.
Oh, poor Magoo. Magoo's leaving. Magoo wants extra treats. Totally not what my shirt says. All right, so before I close, I want to give a shout out to TR143 again. This run would not have been possible without him, and DX Steve also put a lot of time in routing this game, and older runners, Molotov, also put in a lot of time back in the day. So without the combined efforts of all these people putting this RNG manipulator route together, it wouldn't, this run that you've seen would not have happened. And it takes a lot of work to route a game like this because you have to manipulate every single little thing and make sure everything works out. And if you make a tiny change somewhere, you have to change everything after that and redo the entire route. So this route is pretty optimized for the most part. And like, I don't think any of us were able to find any more optimizations in it. So what you see is a really good representation of the current route with also some silliness in it. So thank you, TR, and thank you, DX Steve. Thank you, Fire Emblem community. And also thank you to Gwimpitch and Viking who got me into Fire Emblem speedrunning in the first place. And finally, shout outs to the Seren's Forest, which is a online Fire Emblem community. And I'm kind of active-ish on there. And also on Reddit, our Fire Emblem, the community. There's been a lot of support from both ends for me and this run. So yeah, I'm kind of bad with this. So I'll just say thank you to everyone. So that's Fire Emblem 7 for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance.
Nintendo Game Boy Advance.
I almost said GameCube. I almost said GameCube.
Nintendo Game Boy Player exclusive.
All right, what a great Fire Emblem run out of Kirby Master, featuring some excellent menuing, RNG manipulation, and as we've just been told, wonderful strokes of luck to round it all out. To finish up some of the Fire Emblem donations here, we've got $100 from the Black Fang, says, I love Fire Emblem, and Blazing Sword in particular, so I'm really happy to donate during this run. Thanks and good luck to all runners. P.S. I never managed to make Florina a useful character.